Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Brinda Devi Jaya, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Brinda Devi, Brinda Devi Jaya, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Brinda Devi. Vishnu Bhakti Pare Devi Satya Vachai Namo Namaha. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astottara Sata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 50, Krishna establishes Dwarka, and text 7 to 8. So we'll do the first one responsively. Hanishyami balam yetad bhuvi bharam samahitam magadhena samanitam vashyanam sarvabhubhujam. Hanishyami balam yetad bhuvi bharam samahitam magadhena samanitam vashyanam sarvabhubhujam. Hanishyami balam yetad samahitam. Hanishyami balam yetad bhuvi bharam samahitam magadena samanitam vashyanam sarvabhupujam. Hanishyami balam yetad bhuvi bharam samahitam. Hanishyami, let's do the text 8 is Okshauhini bhishankyatam batashvarata kunjarai magadastu nahantavyo bhuya karta balodyamam. Hanishyami, I will kill. Balam, army. He, certainly. Etat, this. Bhuvi, upon the earth. Bharam, a burden. Samahitam, collected. Magadhena, by the king of Magadha Jarasandha. samanitam, brought together, Vashyanam, subservient, Sarva, all, Bhubhujam, of the kings, Okshahinibhi, in Okshahinis, Sankyatman, counted, Bata, consisting of foot soldiers, Ashva, horses, Rata, chariots, Kunjarai, and elephants, Magadha, Jarasandha. 2. However, Nahantavyaha, should not be killed. Bhuyaha, again. Karta, he will make. Bala, to collect an army. Udyamam, the endeavor. Translation. The Supreme Lord thought, since it is such a burden on the earth, I will destroy Jarasandha's army, consisting of Okshahinis, of foot soldiers, horses, chariots, and elephants, which the king of Magadha has assembled from all subservient kings and brought together here. But Jarasandha himself should not be killed, since in the future he will certainly assemble another army. Please repeat. The Supreme Lord thought, since it is such a burden on the earth, I will destroy Jarasandha's army, consisting of Okshahinis, of foot soldiers, horses, chariots, and elephants, which the king of Magadha has assembled from all subservient kings and brought together here. But Jarasandha himself should not be killed, since in the future he will certainly assemble another army. Purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After due consideration, Lord Krishna decided that since he had descended to the earth to destroy the demons, and since Jarasandha was so enthusiastic to bring all the demons to the Lord's front door, it was definitely more efficient to keep Jarasandha alive and busy. I like the way it's worded here. And I'm just going to, the commentaries were very short, and Sanatan Goswami's includes the other two, so I'm just going to read Sanatan Goswami's. His thoughts are described. I will destroy these armies, Balam, because gathered together they are a great burden for the earth, brought together in complete unity with enthusiasm and under control. Jarasandha had control of all the kings by his great power. Jarasandha had powerful kings, friends, relatives, and associates. The courageous kings, great archers, followed him with all their troops, since they were well-wishers. The Pandavas and Bhishma did not come there. Because of the great numbers, the foot soldiers, chariots, and elephants could not be individually counted. He will again raise an army for battle by his power, rulership, Balodyamam. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. offering obeisances to all the Vaishnavas here, Maharaj, and this very nice section of Bhagavatam, where Krishna is thinking, considering what to do. Like we were talking, Maharaj was talking yesterday about how Krishna, his pastimes seem human-like. Like he likes to enjoy the emotions that even we have experience of in this world. So Krishna here wants to forget that he's omniscient and that he already knows everything. And he's enjoying the pastime of thinking what to do in this situation. I have all my well-wishers here in Mathura, and now Jarasanda's army is coming. There's 23 Akshahini divisions, and he's surrounding Mathura. What should I do? And in the last verse, in the purport, it was saying, like, Krishna was thinking, should I defeat Jarasandha? Should I kill the army but not Jarasandha? Or should I kill Jarasandha and take the army for myself? Or perhaps I should just kill both of them. So he's thinking, what should I do? And in this verse, he comes to the conclusion, yes, I will just, since I came here to remove the burden of the earth, I will just destroy Jarasandha's army. And because for sure, he's going to again collect another army, and then I can, very efficiently just every time he comes, just get rid of the burden of the earth, all of these well-wishers that he's gathering, all the demons that are coming here. And so Krishna is showing this, his plan making in this verse. So, a lot of times people are bewildered when they see Krishna's pastimes because they seem so ordinary. Like, how can God be like thinking, what should I do here? And this doesn't make sense, or coming up with plans. It seems like it should just be automatic. But like Maharaj was saying, Krishna enjoys this, to have that experience of thinking, what can I do in this situation? And, oh yes, I got an idea. Let me do it this way. Just like we enjoy that too, like thinking, okay, in this situation, here are the pros and cons. What should I do in this situation? Oh, this is a good idea. This will be the most efficient thing to do. And we enjoy that. So Krishna had, we're parts of Krishna. So Krishna has that tendency also. And another, so the first thing I'm gonna talk about a few things that came to my mind when reading this verse. One thing was just focusing on Krishna's qualities. And how Krishna, when he does his pastimes, he thinks about the most efficient, sometimes, not always, but in some cases, Krishna thinks about the most efficient way to accomplish things. And he can do multiple things at the same time. In one situation, he can satisfy many, many different purposes. Like kidnapping Rukmini because Rukmini is calling him, and at the same time punishing, like chastising Rukmi, and all these different things he accomplishes at the same time. And in the Nectar of Devotion, chapter 21, there's a list of Krishna's qualities. And two of the qualities, one of them is clever and one of them is expert. So under clever, it's written, Prabhupada writes, a person who can perform various types of work at once is called clever. So Krishna can do that. He can perform various types of work at one time. In this connection, one of the gopis said, my dear friends, just see the clever activities of Sri Krishna. He has composed nice songs about the cowherd boys and is pleasing the cows. By the movement of his eyes, he's pleasing the gopis. And at the same time, he's fighting the demons like Arishtasura. In this way, he is sitting with different living entities in different ways, and he is thoroughly enjoying the situation. So only Krishna can do that. He can have a relationship with all these different varieties. He's pleasing the cows, he's pleasing the cowherd boys. With his movement of his eyes, he's pleasing the gopis, and at the same time, he's killing the demons. For us, we can only focus on usually one thing at a time, but Krishna is able to do all of this at the same time because he's the most clever, it says here, the quality. And the other quality was expert. Any person who can quickly execute a very difficult task is called expert. About the expertise of Krishna, there's a statement in the 10th canto, 59th chapter, verse 17 of Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein Shukadev Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit, O best of the Kurus, Sri Krishna cut to pieces all the different weapons used by different fighters. Formerly, fighting was done by releasing different kinds of arrows. One party would release a certain arrow, and the other party had to defeat it by counteracting it with another arrow. For example, one party might release an arrow that would cause water to pour from the sky. And to counteract this, the opposing party would have to release an arrow that could immediately turn the water into clouds. So from this statement appears that Krishna was very expert in counteracting the enemy's arrows. Similarly, at the Rasa dance, each and every gopi requested that Krishna individually become her partner, and Krishna immediately expanded himself into so many Krishnas in order to be coupled with each and every gopi. The result was that each gopi found Krishna by her side. So meditating on these two qualities of Krishna, how he's so clever, so expert, so efficient, and also able to reciprocate with everyone perfectly. When we meditate on these qualities, it helps us to, in our lives, when we are going through our ups and downs in life, to remember that Krishna's plan is perfect. Even if I can't understand it, it is perfect. And he's able to do things in the best possible way. Even if I can't understand what it is, I have trust that Krishna knows what he's doing, because he's the most amazing person, expert, clever. And another aspect of this verse that was quite interesting is that Krishna is using a demon as an instrument, right? Because he wants his duty, what Krishna's task, or so to say, when he comes to this earth, is to reduce the demoniac forces of this earth. And so he's thinking, Jarasandha is gathering all these individuals and bringing them to me. So he's using Jarasandha kind of like an instrument so he could do what he needs to do. So I was thinking how Krishna's so kind that he can use anybody, for as an instrument in his service. And we may feel a lot of times that we don't have the qualifications, but Krishna can even use somebody like us in some way for his purposes. And the only thing that we need to do is be open for it, be ready to be used as an instrument. Yes, Krishna, please. I don't feel qualified, but whatever you think, please use me. My mouth to speak about you, glorify you, my hands to work for you, my legs to whatever, my body is completely for you. And if we have that mood of sincerity of trying to be an instrument in Krishna's service, then we'll notice that Krishna will empower us more and more, and we'll be able to do things that we may think it's impossible otherwise. That reminds me of Srila Prabhupada's prayer when he was coming to America on the Jaladuta, and he was praying. He's feeling so fallen. I don't have the qualifications. I don't know what I can speak to them. They're so under the modes. How can I change their mentality? But I have full faith in the order of my spiritual master, and I'm willing to be an instrument. Please make me a puppet and make me dance as you like. And so that was another point. So the first point was just meditating on Krishna's expertise and his cleverness and meditating on those qualities. And the other was how Krishna can use anybody and everything as an instrument for his purpose. And even a demon like Jarasandha, he's able to use for his purposes. So what to speak, we can at least feel that, okay, let me see if I can be a little bit open for Krishna to use me in his service and the spiritual master. And the third point that came to my mind as I read this shloka was trusting in Krishna's plan. So if we just looked at this, we would think, if somebody didn't read Srimad Bhagavatam and just saw the story from a kind of neutral perspective and didn't see how Krishna's here, the Acharya or the Shukadeva Goswami is giving us the thoughts of Krishna, like what is Krishna contemplating. But somebody else would think, oh, Krishna is just, he's just letting Jarasandha go. He's so foolish. He doesn't, he should have just killed Jarasandha. Because the person may just see a very narrow vision and not see the full picture. So in the same way, we may, because of our limited perspective, being small little jivas, we just see our tiny little perspective and we don't see the full picture of what's fully Krishna's plan. We may think, oh, Krishna missed that. He should have taken care of that. That was but we don't know the whole picture. Maybe that was a part of it that, that needs to happen for our growth or for Krishna's plan to manifest. So Krishna knows the past, the present, the future. Here he's predicting the future. Jarasandha will surely come again in the future. He will assemble all the soldiers. So his plan is perfect. And from our small perspective, we can't see it. But at least we can trust that Krishna's plan is perfect. And this reminds me of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text 33. This is where Krishna, after he shows the universal form, he says to Arjuna, "Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight." And purport by Srila Prabhupada. Savyasachin refers to one who can shoot arrows very expertly in the field. Thus, Arjuna is addressed as an expert warrior capable of delivering arrows to kill his enemies. Just become an instrument, nimitta matram. This word is also very significant. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Foolish persons who do not have sufficient knowledge think that nature is moving without a plan and all manifestations are but accidental formations. There are so many so-called scientists who suggest that perhaps it was like this, or maybe like that. But there's no question of perhaps and maybe. There is a specific plan being carried out in this material world. What is this plan? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead, back to home. As long as they have the domineering mentality which makes them try to lord it over material nature, they are conditioned. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is most intelligent. The creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the superior guidance of God. Thus the battle of Kurukshetra was fought according to the plan of God. Arjuna was refusing to fight, but he was told that he should fight in accordance with the desire of the Supreme Lord. Then he would be happy. If one is in full Krishna consciousness and his life is devoted to the Lord's transcendental service, he is perfect. So Prabhupada is saying here that when we just look at the whole universal structure, the whole world is moving according to a very specific plan of the Lord. It's not accidental. And our only job is trying to understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and act according to it. And that's called intelligence, Prabhupada is saying here. So Arjuna at first was refusing to fight. He was thinking according to his little perspective that if I fight, there's going to be, women that are not protected. There's going to be, population that comes up that are not Varna Sankara that cause problems. There's going to be, so he was coming up with so many reasons, pros and cons, like if I do this, I won't be happy in any way. But when he finally decided to surrender to Krishna's plan, then he was peaceful and he was able to, the whole picture became perfect as soon as he cooperated with Krishna's plan. And then the next shloka, Krishna says, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies. And in the purport, Prabhupada says, every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he's so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. Life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of a spiritual master. The plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by his mercy, and the plans of the devotees are as good as his plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. So how do we know Krishna's plan, somebody may ask. And Prabhupada is saying here, the spiritual master, the pure devotee, knows the plans. And if we follow the instructions of the pure devotees, then we are following Krishna's plans. So from our perspective, we may not be able to always understand it, especially when life gets a little difficult and uncomfortable. When that happens, it's hard to understand that this is all Krishna's plan, and there's nothing that happens that's without Krishna's desire. And one time I heard a class of Vaisheshika Prabhu, and he was saying that a bird one time entered his house, and he was trying to get it out of the house. And he was opening windows, and he would go into a room. The bird would be in a room. He would go in there, and as soon as the bird saw Vaisheshika Prabhu, he thought, oh, somebody coming to kill me. And Vaisheshika Prabhu was just trying to get him free. He was opening all the windows in the room, and the bird flew to another room. He opened all the windows, and the eyes of the bird were showing terror, like feeling like, oh, that this person is chasing me to kill me. But actually, Vaisheshika Prabhu was just trying to get him out of that house in a stuck condition. And when finally the bird exited, he was, Vaisheshika Prabhu said, he was kind of like, yeah, now I escaped, finally. You were trying to kill me, finally I got free. And and he was making the point that in our life, Krishna's trying to open so many doors for us, trying to help us in so many ways. But because of our limited vision, we can't see that. We just think, oh, why is Krishna doing this to me? Why is this happening? And so at least in the back of our mind to have this understanding that Krishna knows what's best. Even if I can't understand it, Krishna understands, and he will take care of me. I heard also another a class where the devotee was saying that sometimes we have half trust in Krishna. We say we have trust in his omnipotence, like his strength, but we don't have trust so much in his omniscience. So we believe he's strong enough to help us, but maybe not intelligent enough, so we try to tell him, this is the way I want it to be. So we don't have full trust that Krishna also knows what's the best thing. So Krishna is the intelligence of the intelligence, and everyone's intelligence is coming from Krishna. So when we go through difficult times, if we pray for the strength to go through it, and also the wisdom to understand how to cooperate with Krishna's plans at that time. And I was also reflecting on the pastime of Prabhupada. When Prabhupada was in India and he was trying to establish Krishna consciousness in India, when you read that first volume of Lilamrita, it's such a, it's like almost, like it's very inspiring to read about Prabhupada's determination, and he keeps trying. He's writing letters to all these important people in India. He's trying to establish some kind of centers. Like he goes to Jhansi, and how much work. He finds a building. He tries to preach to the people, and the endeavor. And he's all by himself. He doesn't have much support, even of his godbrothers, and he's trying so hard. And then in Jhansi, after thinking, okay, now I got it. He has some supporters. He has a nice building. He thinks, okay, now it's the right way. And then there's some intrigue, and he's basically like kind of sent out of there. But he is in the Lilamrita says he was feeling sad about this, but at the same time he went along with Krishna's plan. Okay, maybe instead of fighting it, he was actually thinking it. One remembrance of Prabhupada about this situation, he was thinking, why should I go through all this legal things, like go to court, and why should I waste my time in this way? Let me see what other plans Krishna has. So he takes that as an opportunity, and he goes to Mathura, and he ends up, going to Radha Damodar, writing the Bhagavatams, and then coming to America. And talking about efficiency, how Krishna is efficient, and Krishna likes to do things in the most efficient way. He works through the pure devotees in that way too. So Krishna could see the bigger picture of how it wasn't the best strategy at that time to try to establish Krishna consciousness in India. And Prabhupada himself said that the better strategy is to come to America, because everyone's eyes are on America. And New York is like the amazing place in people's eyes. So if I go to New York, which is the central part of America right now, and I establish Krishna consciousness here, and if I make devotees here, and then I bring them back to India, then that can cause that the waves, the tsunami waves of Krishna consciousness will flow around the world. So Prabhupada, the one aspect of this is that he saw Krishna's stopping me here, and instead of being frustrated, he tried to see, okay, what other plans Krishna has for me? And he tried to go along with Krishna's plans. And then the efficiency aspect of it, how Krishna saw the best way to accomplish that plan of the widespread of Krishna consciousness by Prabhupada coming to America and establishing Krishna consciousness here. And later, Srila Prabhupada brought his disciples to India, the dancing white elephants, and impressed everybody in India. And slowly, that's how the Krishna consciousness movement really flourished. So when we hit an obstacle or problem, instead of either trying to push through it or running away from it, but just if some part of us, through association with devotees and guidance also, to try to see, okay, what does Krishna want from me in this situation? And how can I best, what other doors may be opening up from the situation, and maybe what priorities I need to put more, clearly in my life. And sometimes obstacles actually make us stronger if we see it as a gift, like, okay, this is a problem that's coming to me, but this is actually a gift because it's making me stronger by going through this. Instead of running away from it, like if I go through this with taking shelter of Krishna, I can actually come out of it with more strength, more wisdom, and more surrender to Krishna. So those are some points that I had from this verse. It's really nice. We're going through Bhagavatam like this, step by step, and this part of the 10th canto is, we're amazing. We already came to chapter 50, and we're just reading shloka by shloka. And sometimes when we just come to a shloka, we're thinking, what can I speak a Bhagavatam class on this? Because it's just one little part of a story, a whole story. But if we stop and just meditate on it and read the Acharya's commentaries, and it's amazing how much we can get from one verse, right, of Bhagavatam, how much wisdom, how much instructions we can get in our own life. So really grateful for that. So just to summarize kind of what some points were, that meditating on Krishna's qualities of expertise and cleverness, and praying to be used as an instrument in his plan, just like he used Jarasandha as an instrument in his plan. So praying to him that, Krishna, please, I'm hopefully not like Jarasandha, but if I can be used in any way to help Prabhupada's mission, please use me. And then trusting in Krishna in the complete way, in Krishna's plan, how Krishna's all loving, all intelligent, and all powerful. And I may not be able to understand his plan, but let me see what little ways I can try to cooperate with his plan, maybe by consulting the other devotees, pure devotees who can guide me. And those were some points that I came up from this verse, but I'm wondering if anyone else would like to share any thoughts or any reflections on these topics. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's I've always had that question too. Like how, like even if we face, like, let's say health challenges, like how much to keep trying, like this solution, or what point to like accept, okay, I did the best I could. It's like the fine line. And I don't know if I have a very clear answer. Maybe Maharaj, if you have some idea for this question. But for me, it's like if I go too far the one direction, I notice that my Krishna consciousness goes, if it's not favorable to my Krishna consciousness, if my absorption is becoming more and more on fixing things and it's pulling me away from Krishna, then I can kind of get the feeling I'm going off balance, and then I can kind of go back. But definitely devotee association and guidance is helpful. But yeah, it's true. How far to keep trying, right? When things are not working. Because sometimes you may think, oh, it's just a test, that maybe Krishna just wants to see if I'm sincere and want to. So, do you have any thoughts, Maharaj, on this? Yeah. Ask the senior devotees, because Krishna speaks to them and they can guide us. Yeah, that's very important. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandar Bhagom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyan Vivan Vikayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam Adi Purusham
Adi Purusham Namaha Vishanupataya Krishna Prasthaya Motale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vachar Nivesesha Shunyavani Matsya Jagade Zatarane Gauravani Vachar Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaurakta Vrinda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaurakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaurakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaurakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaurakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Jai, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Gorukinana, Ranna, Gorukinana, Rante. Jaya Radha, Gorukinana, Ranna, Gorukinana, Rante. Hey, Naya hey, Radhe, Radhe, Naya Radhe, 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 Jaya Radhe. Jaya Sri Radhe. Jai Om Vishnupad.
Cetadarpanamarjanam Bhavamahadavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrikavitaranam Vijavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Pranamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Dordaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Suhishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamae Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahoita Kitwai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kribayata Vapada Pankaja Stita Duli Sajashim Vachintaya Nayanam Galashudaraya Vadanam Gadgadarudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Babukada Tavanama Grahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Bravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Ashli